All fears are the same fear. It may seem like humans suffer from an endless list of fears and phobias. Fear of stairs, fear of flying, fear of bats, fear of the number 13, fear of jello, fear of snakes, fear of public speaking, fear of spiders, fear of crowded spaces, fear of the dark. Anything you can think of, someone is probably scared of it. But in actuality, all these fears are really just variations of one fear, the fear of death. The human instinct to survive is by far our most powerful drive. It is hardwired deep in our lizard brains, the thalamus and the hypothalamus, encouraging us to avoid situations that may lead to injury and death, and activating our fight or flight response when a threat is perceived. Since our survival drive is such an intrinsic part of our animal mind, it can overwhelm our better judgment, causing us to act irrationally as our subconscious reacts before our rational mind can assess a threat properly. Yes, there is a slight chance that tiny mouse might bite you, and it would hurt, but it is highly improbable that the bite will kill you. However, possessing that bit of information in your rational mind may still not be enough to keep you from shrieking your head off and jumping on a chair. That's how strong the survival instinct is. So it is no surprise that there are many variations of the fear of death. Flying, the plane might crash. Death. Snakes might bite you and be poisonous. Death. Heights. You might slip and fall. Death. The dark might conceal a horrible monster. Death. But what about the fears that can't be directly linked to injury and death, like fear of public speaking? In these instances, it's more about behaviors that increase our chances of survival rather than avoiding things that would hurt us directly. We are undeniably social creatures, and having the support of others is key to our survival. We are born completely helpless, relying for years solely on the care of others. We grow and thrive due to our social interactions, and the strength of those relationships has a direct impact on our health and happiness. Studies at the Neuroscience Department of Columbia University have shown that seeing images of our exes triggers the same areas of the brain as holding a hot cup of coffee. That means simply recalling a recent heartbreak can trigger reactions in the pain centers of the brain. So not only does the love and support of others help us thrive, the loss of love literally hurts. This reliance on others means that our fear of rejection and social ostracism is also tied into our drive to survive. Public speaking. We might do a terrible job, everyone will hate us, kick us out of society into the wilderness where we would starve or be eaten by bears. Again, it all comes back to the fear of death. At the end of the day, we all know we will eventually die, and that's okay. Maybe by coming to grips with our own mortality, we can manage our deep-seated fear of death, which could help us overcome some of our more irrational phobias.